Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered how to create a dynamic circle of arrows in Figma, you're in the right place. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to design a striking, symmetrical circle made entirely of double-sided arrows, perfect for illustrating cycles, processes, or just leveling up your design skills. We'll start from scratch and I'll walk you through each step, including a few tips to make sure your arrows are perfectly aligned and your circle looks polished. So let's get started. First things first, let's jump into Figma. If you haven't already, go ahead and open up your Figma workspace. You can use a new file or an existing project, wherever you want your circle of arrows to appear. Figma is a super intuitive tool, but if you're new, just remember you can always use the search feature to find shapes and tools quickly. Now our next step is to draw a double-sided arrow. To do this, select the Line tool by pressing the L key or find it in the top toolbar. Click and drag to draw a line, holding down Shift to keep it perfectly straight. This will form the main shaft of your arrow. Next, we'll add arrowheads to both ends to make it double-sided. You can do this by selecting your line, then looking for the stroke panel on the right, find the endpoints option, and choose an arrowhead style for both ends. Suddenly, your line transforms from a simple stroke into a sharp, versatile arrow. Adjust the thickness if you want it to look bolder. If your arrow seems too small or too large, you can always scale it up or down to fit your final design. Once your double-sided arrow looks the way you want, let's set up the pattern. The secret here is duplication and just a little bit of clever positioning. Make sure your arrow is selected and then hit Ctrl+D or CMD+D on Mac. This will duplicate your arrow exactly in place. Now comes an important detail. We need to start spreading these arrows around into a circle. Hold down the Shift key and gently move the duplicated arrow slightly to the left. This keeps the movement perfectly horizontal so the arrows don't drift up or down. You don't need to worry about getting the spacing perfect on the first try. We'll let Figma's duplication tool handle that for us. Next, with your slightly offset arrow still selected, press Ctrl+D again. You'll see that Figma repeats your last action, not just duplicating, but moving the new arrow to the left by the same amount as before. Keep tapping Ctrl+D and watch as your arrows start forming the arc of a circle. It feels almost like spinning a bicycle wheel with each arrow marking a spoke. Don't rush this part, take a moment to check that your arrows are evenly distributed and adjust if needed. If the arrows start overlapping, just undo a step and move them a bit less or more as you see fit. Before you know it, you'll have a complete ring of arrows all seamlessly connected. And that's it. You now have a circle made entirely of double-sided arrows, ready to customize further, colorize, or incorporate into your project. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below if you have any questions or need clarifications. I love hearing from you and helping out. And of course, hit subscribe for more step-by-step design tutorials like this. Thanks for watching and happy designing.